Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Helena and I'm here with Chung today.
I'm a producer and we are going to talk a little about your new song and give everyone an insight behind the scenes about how you did it, because I think a lot of people be interested in how you did this whole process.
You talking about the recording in the studio, or do you want to... Oh.
Well, also, we are going to do a Q&A video, okay? So if you have any questions you want to ask Helena about, what she does, stuff that she experienced and stuff, go ahead and leave the question down below, and we'll answer it in the next Q&A video that we'll be doing. And
you can also put it in my Instagram. If you haven't been following me already, it's official Helena Rocks. You can put some questions. I'll be sure to answer them in my next Q&A.
Yep, and the Facebook too.
Facebook too.
Follow her everywhere.
Follow me, just like... I'm everywhere. I'm not here. I'm over there. No, I'm over there. Just follow me. I'm everywhere.
Oh, Lord. So why don't we go at it here? Let's talk about your song. First of all, the song is called...
Love is Your Weakness.
Thank you, because I totally forgot the name of the song. Sorry about that. Okay, and how did you come up with the song?
Well, actually, it's a funny story. I woke up like in the middle of the night, probably at like 1:30. I believe it was like March or May, and I wrote a song called Love is Your Weakness, and I don't know how. It started as like a notebook. It was like a thought in my notebook, and then eventually it grew into this whole big idea, and then became this.
Now, how did you get this tremendous lineup to do your song? I mean, how did you come up with the names?
Well, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we had an all-star band, but wouldn't it be cooler if we had Les Warner of the Cult? He did the Electric album. All my favorite songs are on that album.
All right, so how about the bass player?
So for the bass player, we got Rudy Sarzo, which is still like a dream to me. And I felt like when I first saw him, like when we got in the studio, I was like, pinch me, please, this is not happening. He is so amazing. He's a Hall of Famer. He's been playing with Quiet Riot, Dio, Ozzy Osbourne, and even Whitesnake.
So for the guitar player, we can't miss him out. Rick, right? So
yes.
Who's Rick?
Rick Steier, he's in Kingdom Come. He was also in Warrant and The Wild Horses. He's been a huge help for me when it came to writing this song. I sung him the melodies, and then eventually he helped me write the riff, the guitar part. And I'm pretty sure if I didn't sing him that melody, and if it didn't go to him, this would have been a complete different song.
Yeah. So you got the band together, obviously, through the connections, through who you know and stuff. But how did you get Mike, the producer, involved in this? And first of all, let's get the lowdown on Mike. Who's Mike?
Mike Plotnikoff. He is an amazing producer. I still can't believe what he got out of me. But for how we got him, I probably would have never gotten Mike to be our producer if it weren't for Electra Barakos, my vocal teacher. She was the one who suggested him as a producer, and I was like, wait, the producer from Hailstorm? Are you kidding? No way. That would be crazy if I could get him. And then she reached out to him. And then we were at dinner, and then my dad gets a call, and it was from him, and I was freaking out going, oh my God, he's gonna do this song.
So one last person we have to mention on the list is your vocal coach.
Electra Barakos has been working with me for about a year now. She's definitely brought the best out of my vocals. She is magic.
So let's move on. Okay, so it was a 2-day event. I don't know how to call it an event, okay, because I had to be filming you all over the place. But let's talk about the first day. Let's start from there. So you arrived at the studio. So how did it all look at? What were you guys doing? What was the setup like?
The first day we set up a microphone in the main mixing room where the mixing board was, and I stood there and I sang. Rudy Sarzo, he stood by the glass. He was playing bass, and Les was on the other side of the glass doing drums.
So the first person, I guess, the first thing we laid down was Les's track, which is the drums, right? So he was playing in that big room, and he's just going at it. Now, did you like what he came up with for your song?
He only gave us one drum track.
Just one?
Yeah, just
you guys didn't do multiple? Now, what? Did he just hit it out of the park with that one drum track?
Oh, yeah.
So the second track that we put down was it the guitar or was it the bass?
It was the guitar. We formulated it a different way. We did guitar, and then we did the bass after.
Okay, but that's how Mike wanted it.
Yeah.
the producers himself. So were there a lot of guitar changes that you guys had to do on the track?
Not really. It was just like the sound that was different. Other than that, it's pretty much the same song that we went in with.
Yeah.
It's just the tones, the sounds, the magic that Mike added to the guitar.
Yeah.
That definitely changed a little bit of it.
So that's good. So that the final fill-in, of course, of any song is the bass line. And we got Rudy to do that, which is incredibly amazing, right? To get Rudy
Yes.
to do this. So, do you have any thoughts about the bass line that he put in?
It was definitely really artistic, and I love it. It really goes along with the guitar, but also it has like its own vibe to it. It really adds like a lot of flavor and texture to the song. I really love the bass line.
So how was Rudy? I'm sure people are going to ask a lot.
Oh, yeah.
How's it?
He was
meeting you?
so nice.
Yeah.
Meeting him. I met him also a couple years ago at a rock and roll fantasy camp as well. He's a really nice guy and really fun to work with.
So the first day, basically just laying down all the tracks for the instruments, right? Drums, guitar, and bass. Now, we're going to talk about the second day. And I'm going to actually kind of, something that I heard from the grapevine was you were very nervous coming in. Because this is the second day. This is where she's going to lay down vocals and also do her own guitar parts, right? So the second day, you're coming in, going to the studio, driving there. What were you feeling?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't really want to talk about this, but I will. I was like, that day when I came in the second day, I was kind of thinking about all the pressure that was on my shoulders that I had to fill. I have like really big shoes to fill is basically the first thing that went through my mind. I was kind of in tears, I would say, in the car while we were driving there. Because I was like, oh my God, I'm working with all these professional musicians. And I kept on going, what am I? I'm not Rudy Sarzo, I'm not Les Warner. I was like, oh my God. I was just like freaking out in the car, but when I stepped out, I was like, I can do this. And then I went in there in the studio and I recorded my vocals and my guitar part, and it sounds amazing.
It is. Now, okay, I got to say, because when I heard that, or when your dad told me what happened to more, I'm like, no, it's not. She seems just fine.
Oh my God, I can hear myself.
Is that better? You like that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you were in there and you were just having so much fun with laying down the vocal
Yeah, it
tracks.
was really
because
fun.
I guess you were nervous, but when you started, you were just going at it. It was crazy.
I got it, I think. Yay! What do we have left up for this? Sorry, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm all over the place today. All over the place.
Now, working with Mike on that, there was a lot of things where he just said, hey, why don't we try it this way? Why don't we try it, like Blondie? Or why don't we try it all these different artists, laying down tracks, changing the way you would sing certain parts and stuff like that. How's that felt? I mean, he totally added the subtleties to the song, but it became a totally different song. It sounds very different from the original track I heard.
I will say the vocals do sound very different. Every single time, like he said, try to be a little bit more like this or that. I definitely tried to imitate that artist because I know a lot about different artists. He even compared me somewhat to Alanis Morissette, which I was like, really?
That was pretty cool.
That was like, no way.
Let me hear you. Just try it, Just bring your character. What's the Helena character going to be on stage, Like, you got to have kind of, what's your...
Okay.
Okay?
Right. And, of course, Electra was there. She was guiding you, helping you through some things and like that. Did it help a lot with her being there?
Yes, she definitely helped me with understanding some of the things that Mike wanted me to do. Some things I was like, how do I do that? I don't know how to do it. What do I do? Electra very much directed me in the right direction, and she helped me kind of just tell me what he was trying to say to me on doing. So we have our own little code kind of thing going on here.
That was pretty cool to watch. I was just like, what is she talking about? And you just got it. You're like, okay, I'll just do this. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Don't walk away. You do it every time. I notice you. You pull away from the mic. That's why he's losing the tease.
Okay.
Stay committed in front of the mic till the very end.
So then after your vocals, you sat down with Rick and Mike, and then you started laying down, I guess, what were you doing? some riffs and
I
solo?
did the riffs and I did the solo. That was really fun recording. I didn't think I was going to go in there and do the solo. I was like sitting there like, okay, I can do this. Like freaking out at the same time, but I ended up doing the solo. Mike also came up with this cool idea which I didn't really think about until like he recorded it with me. We took a wah pedal and then I played a chord over like this couple parts in the song and the chorus, and then right when I did it with the pedal, oh my god, it sounds so cool.
Okay, so that was her experience. You've seen some footage of it, and it was just a fun but very tiring 2 days.
I will definitely say I crashed the next day.
Crashed, but you're still pretty high on the whole experience, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a really good experience, especially for you and anyone else who's going to get into music or whatever. This is a little, preview about what you do in the studio and stuff. So it's a lot of work.
But it's fun too.
Yeah.
That's the best part about being in a studio. Not only if it work, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to do it because it's like what you're enjoying doing.
Exactly. So, that new song of yours, we're going to probably, when's the release date? Sometime in August, I believe.
Yes.
Mid-August.
Something like that. Anyway, don't forget to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the notifications bell so you won't miss any updates coming out about this song.
And that's it. Bye.
Bye.
Now it sounds like it should be short if we're gonna jack it up.
Yeah.
Then that's.
Well, I don't think it should have the same gap.
I don't either.
No.
Okay, try it without it. Let's see what happens.
Same place?
Yeah, same place.
Oh,